Welcome to Fridays with Foster. I'm your host, Foster McCarl. Today I am at the luxurious Louisville Thoroughbred Society. I like to call my Annex. Second, they actually have an interesting blend here. I believe it is a roaster that they own. And it's like a bourbon barrel espresso. I don't know. Anyway, it's double espresso. And it's good. A little bit of a kick in the back of the tongue. This is straight. There's no sugar or anything in here. Pretty good. All right, so we had the Great Recession. Then we had the Great Resignation. Now we have the Great Frustration. And what I hope is soon to follow, the Great Retention. Well, let's talk about the Great Frustration. One of the things that became very apparent to me when the pandemic started was that this was changing things on a scale that would no longer allow businesses to hide what they were or weren't doing. For instance, when individuals that I would speak to at the beginning of the pandemic, end of March, beginning of April, people that I was working with, when I would ask them about their people, they said they were going to have to make some cuts. And I said, well, who are you going to cut? And a lot of them said, well, that's easy. And I said, really? I said, well, it really shouldn't be. And what they were talking about wasn't based on operations or necessarily the business model that they were utilizing. What they were talking about was the people that they were cutting were the ones that were underperforming and, through further investigation, had been underperforming for quite some time. So the question beckons, why did you continue to employ them if they were underperforming to the level that they were? So I think people were beginning to understand that they had let a lot of things slide in their business that they shouldn't have, and now they couldn't pretend like it didn't matter anymore. So, getting to today in the Great Frustration, I think that people, from an employee standpoint, and it's been told beyond this video podcast here, is that people want to be part of something more purposeful. So when they run up against a business that doesn't have a mission statement that means something, not just a mission statement collecting dust on the wall, they don't have a statement of values that the individual truly agrees with, and when they don't have a purpose that is fulfilling and matched by that employee, that causes, I think, additional frustration on both sides. Number one, when you don't have those things, the employee finds it very challenging to feel good about moving forward, especially in this current job market, to feel difficult moving forward with this company. But if you don't have those things from a company standpoint, all of a sudden, there's nobody out there, nobody to hire, I can't find the right person, etc. I've said many times that the most important thing when hiring is to hire for attitude and train for aptitude. Obviously, there's a bare minimum skill set one must have to work in a position. However, the attitude that they have is much more important than the skill set. If they are willing to learn aspects of the job that maybe they don't have a full understanding of, it's more important than somebody that grasps those skills but has a poor attitude or an attitude that does not fit with the team. So I think from both sides there's a great frustration about what people are looking for that the businesses don't have and what the businesses themselves don't have. The last thing to touch on is the Great Retention. I believe from this pandemic, we are going to have an opportunity to really lock in members of our team that will last, that we want to retain. They are going to become involved in the business that they want to be involved in for quite some time. I think when that match is made, especially through this pandemic, when there's so much upheaval, when the match is made, it's going to be one that will last when it's done right. So more businesses that actually are able to position themselves to share a purpose, a mission, and vision and values that match specifically with new team members, they will find those team members staying on for a while. If you don't have those things and you're unable to explain where you are, where you're going, or what's important to you from a culture standpoint, I think you're going to continue to be frustrated. And if you don't know what your personal values are and you're looking to get hired, you don't have an understanding of the kind of culture you're looking for, you are also going to continue to be frustrated by either not finding that which you're looking for since you can't define it, or by continuing to get engaged with businesses that also don't have that defined. So careful for what you wish for. You might actually get it. Without further ado, I bid you farewell. I wish you a lot of profitability and success in your business. And remember,